August the 19th, 2024. Guys, you're looking at Flight Radar 24. This is the free version. But there's something that I was checking out because there's information online that there's a mass exodus of a lot of large planes leaving Russia or Moscow. And from what I understood, they were saying that it looked like it was like VIP planes, maybe getting people out of the way, you know, government officials or elites or whatever going somewhere else into Russia where bigger bunkers are, things like that. So it made me want to look at the Flight Radar 24 again. And what I'm seeing is something I haven't seen before. And right now we have 7 high. Well, let's go up here. 8 high altitude balloons up. Now, again, if you can, I don't think I've ever seen that. Remember, was it last year or 2 years ago we tracked that balloon that came from China and was supposedly shot down over the Atlantic? But guys, the one they shot down over the Atlantic, if you remember, it launched from somewhere, I think, in Georgia. So the one in China never got really took down. They launched one from Georgia, let it float out over the coast and shot it down. We were recording. It was pretty funny, but that's how politicians are. There's nothing that they can tell you without telling you a lie. Anyway, these high altitude balloons, if you click on them, see HBAL, those high altitude balloons, they got different numbers. And let me show you another page. Now, guys, we may be right on the edge of World War III. Again, a lot of planes leaving Moscow with diplomats, things like that going on. But this is called a multi-domain sensing system, MDSS 1000. And it's military. And they launch these balloons up when they're really worried about incoming aircraft or missiles or anything like that, anything in the skies, and they can actually get information from the ground too. Now, they call it multi-domain sensing system because they're using different things. Again, here's your high altitude balloon relays from satellites. See this HA? That's what we're seeing on the markers on Flight Radar. Then you got different aircraft. You've got radar installations, things like that, ground radar, satellite information feeding down to jets. So all of this appears to be possibly being linked as we speak. I don't know if it's tied to what's going on in Russia. I don't know if they're so concerned that lightning's going to hit Chicago. I have no idea. You know, that might not be a bad idea as long as nobody's hurt. Just knock the power out for about a week. It would save a lot of eye cringing and ear cringing, you know, from all the lies coming from there. And by the way, I did catch part of the outside protest today, and it looked like some Antifa guys broke down 2 of the fences. There's 2 fences there, the black barricaded ones, you know, the metal fences, but they got rounded up pretty quick, and the fences are back in place. And the lies have begun, and I've flipped over to a channel where they were starting with the speakers, guys. It was unbelievable how a certain group of people can think that the whole world is as stupid as they are. I don't know. They think that we believe anything. We believe the fake numbers on Wall Street. We believe the fake polls. We believe the fake everything that they do, job numbers, everything. But guys, right now, this is important. Let's go back over to that map. And I think this is the only time now I've seen this many balloons up, and these are, again, high altitude balloons. Again, some of these will have somewhat of a tracking behind them. This one, you can see it's kind of moved around here over northwestern Washington, up near the Canadian, well, actually, it looks like it's across the Canadian border. And these, again, some of them give you a trail, some of them don't. They may just be tethered or just floating. I don't know. They don't want that information out. But again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I think we counted all together. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 maybe now. It was 8 before, I think. Let me back up a little bit. Now, let's look at Europe a minute. Notice this big void right here. That's Ukraine. Not many air traffic controllers want to deal with that, and not many pilots either right now. But then, guys, let me back it out a little bit. Here's Moscow right there, and they were I was watching Steve Poplar on the Poplar Report. That's who it was. It was saying that there was a lot of flights leaving this area, and they were very large. Now, the most traffic that I see in this area is just about coming from China, from Beijing. A lot of it, these long lines right here. Look at this. And a lot of them are leaving that area and headed towards the Beijing airports. Don't know what's going on, guys. I'm not going to say it's the beginning of World War III, but look at the U.S. military balloons up right now. And that's a great idea. I mean, every eye in the sky you can get is fantastic. We're watching it, guys. By the way, before I quit, I'm still working on the second part of Ezekiel. And instead of it just being Ezekiel 8, we did 7 yesterday. It's going to be 8, 9, and 10. Now, I stopped. I was reading over it when I had time to sit down this afternoon. And there's something that we need to study very hard in order for this to make sense. And I don't think very many people really get it, because I did a lot of research on it and many other times besides this. And there's just not many definitive answers out there, either from the biblical related websites or church websites or any of that. There's just, and even if you go to YouTube and start looking for the word cherub or cherubim, which is plural, but cherubim, and you've got people depicted as angels or whatever, but it's important. I think I know exactly what they were, but I want to hear your opinion in the comments here. And I may not get it up tonight because I'm including 3 chapters instead of just 8. I'm going to do 8, 9, and 10. But the word cherub comes up in there, and the word cherubim comes up in there quite a few times, especially when you get down to 9 and 10. And these cherubim, they are not what 99.9% of the people on this planet think they are. I think I've done enough backup research to where I can answer it, or give a lot better definition of what I've been seeing as I studied what they were. And looking at all the information available, it's very little truth in anything. I don't care if it's, again, biblical studies, scholars, YouTube videos about the subject. But, guys, it is way off. And what it does is create confusion by all of this rhetoric going on about what they are, instead of getting down to the truth for you and me to understand it. But again, look up those words, and I don't think I'll have time tonight, but tomorrow I will get those 3 chapters up, and I'm going to answer your questions on that the best I can. None of us will know exactly, but I can sure take out a lot of the delusions that I've seen. So, again, we're watching this, guys. Pray right now. Say a prayer for the Lord to put his hands over the people of this world. Father in heaven, please stop what's about to happen. We got wars, rumors of wars. We got conflicts within, without. Father, realize that there's many people that cannot just pick up and leave like in Sodom and Gomorrah. And we know that there's many places very close to that around this planet. So, Father, and he says it's going to be his revenge when we get through these last 2 or 3 chapters. He said not many people are going to escape, but it's very important to know who the group of people that we are dealing with and the objects that we're dealing with in Ezekiel 8, 9, and 10, guys. But please let me know in the comments tonight or in the morning, whenever you get a chance to see this video, what you think it is. And then I'm going to put my 2 cents into it, and I think together we can eliminate a lot of illusion. And that same illusion I saw with all the dragons and demons and Revelation and all that. And we pretty much narrowed that down to evil governments and things like that, and the evil powers and the beast system and all of that. We took a lot of that mystery of dragons flying around in the sky and monsters, all that. We made sense of that. Now let's make sense of Ezekiel, guys. It's a heads up. Be safe.